Hi guys, Captain Muffet here. We're gonna talk about a movie I watched. The movie's name is Logan. I can give the scores for the movie Logan now, in the beginning at least. I will give it 10 out of 10, no questions asked about this. Anyway, we begin. We begin with a Logan that is a cab driver in the year 2079. In the future, all the mutants are dead. And he is just basically doing his business of being a cab driver for a limo. A couple of days, he gets attacked by Mexican gangsters and then kill them, but he gets killed as well. He gets damaged as well, and then he heals back. He comes back to what was it then? An miner factory or something. Iron factory it is. Yeah, a type of iron factory house and water tank. It's a water tank tower that where some person lives that I don't want to explain right now. But he comes back there. He gets the medicine for He gets the medicine for Charles. Yeah, now I said it. He gets the medicine for Charles Xavier, and so Xavier has he forgets a lot of stuff. Basically, he has that type of problem with his head. He forgets a lot of stuff. Yeah. But he remembers stuff too if he gets the medicine at least 2 hours. If he doesn't get the medicine in 2 hours, yeah, Logan and the other guy, we have another guy too. I forgot that, damn it. Chameleon. Basically, albino guy. I don't remember the actor's name or the character's name, but we will call him the albino guy. So the albino guy is like, holy shit, I'm tired of that. And Logan is like, oh my god, don't go into my fucking business. He's like, you could help me. I know you want me help. And like, he wants advice from him. He wants to help Logan, and he wants help from Logan, and he can give him help, and then he needs to give help to the other one. Because, they're arguing about, should we keep Xavier, give him a higher dosage? Because in this situation, before the talking, Xavier had a problem with psychic powers going 200 power over a second. Basically, he couldn't control it so much. He can control it, but sometimes he can't. And they need to inject him, and Logan survived that psychic pressure of killing him. He luckily survived, but the other guy's like, if I take one more of these shocks, I'm gonna fucking die. No questions asked, I'm gonna die. So we need to give him a higher dosage. And Logan wants Xavier and the other guy and the third guy to go and live on a boat, in a boathouse, live out on the sea, their last days of life. Having a happy time, But then Logan gets pissed off, the other guy talking about, you need to help me and stuff. And it's like, don't go into my life. And accidentally he destroys the albino guy's favorite mug. Sadly. That's happening, I guess. And he's like, needs to do one more errand again, and he does one more errand to some chicks to a ball. And they are doing... I don't understand this. Yeah, I know this movie is rated R, actually. This movie is rated R. But the point is, he is like a cab driver, so he needs to pay for money. And he sends the girls to the destination they need to go to. And then after he gets a message from someone that... knows him or something, and he starts to check it up, and then he basically goes to a funeral too. I'm just jumping around in this movie because I don't remember everything, but I remember some Easter eggs or some stuff. For example, he has the samurai sword from the I Am Wolverine or something from Japan movie. So this is the main universe Wolverine then. I guess. Alternate timeline shenanigans. I'm not gonna go into the timeline of the X-Men, that's for sure. I'm not gonna go into that one. But anyway, he then goes to that person, and that person says to him, "Oh, Logan, I am your biggest fan," and such. And it's like, oh my god. Taunting him and stuff and irritating him and like, what the fuck do you want? And he's like searching for someone or something. Something like that. And P.S. I forgot this, damn it. Before he talked to this guy with a robotic arm, we will call him the glass guy, the guy with the nice glasses and the skull tattoo on his neck. Before he came to that guy, he went to a funeral by one person requesting it on a limo, because he is a limo driver and he needs to pay by winning money by doing limo driving. That makes sense. So he goes to the funeral, and then some crazy nurse, Mexican woman, talks to him like, "Logan, please help me, and like, "Nope, I don't know who that is." And the other chick says like, "Who was that?" And he's like, no one, no one, some crazy person. Basically, that's what he said. Actually, that's what he said in the movie. The movie is very awesome as well. But then he gets to the area that, you know, I told you with the skull guy, and then he's like, "Get out of my car." He got out of the car, like, "Get my credit, get my little, what should we call our organization card." He's giving him his organization card, and he's like, "Choop, here you have it." He's going away, like, alright. Then he comes home, and it's like, oh, I forgot this too. The albino guy said that Charles Xavier had some visions of another mutant, or another another person with powers in the X-Men universe. He said that he has seen someone or mumbling. But then Logan said also in that part, P.S. in that part, he said like, you know, he needs to take injections and medications. Because if he doesn't, he shocks the whole area. And, oh, I forgot. The place where Xavier lives is in the water tank. The water tank basically suppresses, and it's a reference to Cerebro area when they have in X-Men in the first movie. Or in one of the first movies, yes. But it's reversed. Instead of Charles Xavier communicating to all the mutants before, now it's suppressing it, so it shouldn't happen, so he can do shockwaves of brain damage to any person nearby, because his brain is lethal to, let me see, the military has categorized his brain as extremely deadly atomic bomb brain, basically. So Logan is trying to go low profile extreme, basically. Anyway, I'm doing my own spin on this review. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and then we continue with Logan getting to someone that then like decides to, you know, okay, check up on this crazy lady that talked about someone, and then he goes to that hotel, and we get some references to X-Men 2, which was the tower from the first mission, and Xavier says about the mission in Liberty, what was it? The Statue of Liberty, but she's now not existing because this is the year 2070. Okay, 2079. Sorry, 2079. This is the year that the movie takes place in. So that statue doesn't exist anymore. And I've heard that some concept art was deleted from this movie. But maybe it will show up in the director's exclusive cut. Maybe. But anyway, he goes to this lady and she says, "This is my daughter." She has a daughter type of girl with long hair. She doesn't want to talk much. We will know soon why. But he is basically saying, "Why? What do you want it?" And she says, "We need to go to Canada. You need to send us to Canada or to the direction we want to." And like, I need payment. And P.S. He got the phone message from her though, too. So yeah, I'm trying to remember as good as I can, but it's not easy. It's fun. It's a fun movie. I remember a lot of stuff, but not all of the stuff. And P.S. he wanted to go to a boat too, Logan. He wanted to go to a boat, but he hasn't enough of the money, so he skips on that plan. And the lady in this case, we'll go back to her and the child. the little girl. And the little girl in this case is a little special girl, should we call her. And she says, I give you $300 or $200 and then you get $300 when you send her to that area I want you to send her. Which is basically somewhere over the border of Canada. Or to the border, basically over the border of United States into Canada. Basically. And she said, we know about you, you're Logan. And she shows some comics. We see some references to comics and stuff. He's like, what the? Lady, you know that these stuff are not true, seriously. But she says, please help me. And then she... Oh, before that, P.S. I forgot that too. Before that, the little girl plays with little ball. A little toy. She plays with a little toy and then she basically... I think she damaged another person's car by doing scratches or something. Or some damages at least. But anyway, that lady comes out and like, no, you should pay, bastard child, blah blah blah. Almost want to hit her and then... P.S. The nurse is Landra. We call her... We call her Stefan. We call her Stephanie. We call her Stephanie, yes. That would work. I don't remember this character's name, so we call her Stephanie for now. So Stephanie stops to intervene of the problem with the other lady, and Logan says, go in, get in there. We will give you your money. Don't bother us, you bastard. Don't bother us. Basically, he became angry at her because the other lady was almost, and then she bled out as well. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. She became angry. She got into her own hotel room and she said, need to pay me or something. But they never fucking did. Haha. The last laugh is on him. It's on Logan. Haha. That's a bit funny though. And not so funny, but the point is, she gets hurt, then we get into the hotel. She explained about take the little girl to that area over the American border to over the border to Canada, basically. Over the border to Canada. I've already explained this. Sorry, I've already explained this before. But anyway, then she says, I will give you the rest of the money. They will give you the rest of the money when she comes there. Those people that are waiting for her, basically. And then we continue with Logan not like, no, I'm not accepting this, blah blah blah. He goes away, he takes a bit of the money, he's like, no, I will do it, but I will not do it right now. He comes back to the main place of the story, which is basically the metal factory. Yeah, metal factory area type of house. He comes back there and he says, what did you do? And he's like, he comes back, he opens the cab's backside door, he sees like a backpack that the little girl had and the little ball. So she was there and she basically came there with them. Technically he didn't see her, so he's like, what the? No. That one who saw those things was the albino guy. He was like, yeah, who is this thing belong to? And he's like, yeah. Logan is like, yeah, I don't know really much. I'm trying to remember as fast as I can, and then it's not so easy, guys. But it's a very fun movie, that's for sure. I give it 10 out of 10, that's what I give them, actually. Anyway, I'm just drinking so I can get a better throat, so I can talk better, yes. Anyway, he gets back, then we meet with the skull guy again. He's like, we need to search for the girl, and he's like, what the hell, who girl? Who's the girl, huh? And we don't have a new girl here. He's like, do you have an old man in there in that water tank? He's like, nope, we don't have him. He is dead already. Charles Xavier is dead many years ago. Basically. Yeah, Logan is lying. Totally lying. Totally lying. But anyway, Then they like escape or almost do a confrontation, and oh wait, we discovered that the little girl was there, but before the skull guy came, he's like saying, "That was the mutant I talked to you about. That was the mutant I talked to you about, Logan." He's like, "She's very much like you." Yeah, stuff from the trailer basically, guys, if you wanna know that though. But he's basically much like her, in a way. Pretty nice, and she's a very cool character. And now I'll reveal who she is. Wait. This movie review is spoiler warning. I'm gonna spoil everything of this movie. If you don't want it spoiled, I will put it in the title and move away. If you have not watched the movie, your discretion is your advice. It's your only decision. Basically, it's your decision if you want to get spoiled of watching the movie or not. Anyway, we meet 20X3, which is the girl with the claws. The girl with the claws in the comics. 20X3, something like that. And she says like, "You were similar, blah blah blah." It's like Logan like, "Oh my god, what the hell? Am I gonna babysit again?" Yeah, he didn't really say that, but he acted like, okay, interesting, but like, I didn't sign up for this. I only signed up for the money. Not exactly taking her there. Oh wait, he did. Technically, he's a cab driver. He signed up for anything. And we also get the skull guy like type of fighting. Very cool fights. Very cool fight in the movie. That was the best actually. And we got some information because the Professor Logan, or not Professor, yeah, he uses glasses a lot. Pretty nice. Logan used glasses. And he reads stuff too. But anyway, oh, I forgot this. Logan told about when Charles Xavier, when he got to the medicine, he says like, "There have not been no mutant born since 25 years ago. There are no more mutants born since 25 years. So basically, the whole world doesn't have many mutants around in where Logan and Xavier are, basically. Anyway, we meet the chick and they have a fighting, they fight off, they kill some, and the chick is just eating and just staying in the kitchen and eating. They're like coming with the special forces, with the handcuffs, holy shit, with the handcuffs. And those handcuffs were cool, but every of those enemies are, I don't remember the squad name right now, but I can look it up later. But the point is, they are the bad guys. And they are the Mexican force? The Mexican military force-ish in this future? They have robot arms, they have robot legs, they have robot eyes, whatever. They have type of robot synthetics. Of another company that the skull guy is with. The skull guy with the neck and with the blonde hair. And the funny thing is, no, not the blonde hair, the orange hair. No, brown orange hair. Yeah, brown orange hair. He's like, "I'm your biggest fan, Logan, but even if you're my biggest, if I'm your biggest fan, I need to do my work and kill and find that girl and kill her for my boss job," basically. And he's trying to do that, and Logan is like, "Nope, you're not fucking do that at all. I have my job and my payment to do, so I'm gonna fucking finish off my mission." And he doesn't want to save her technically in the beginning of this movie, or in this movie. But then he gets a change of heart when Charles Xavier nags about it all the time. Like, please save her, please save her. He does a nice thing. Both of them have survived shit. And also, P.S. Charles Xavier has done something very bad that has made the X-Men go extinct, and something happened that made the X-Men go extinct anyway. I hope you enjoyed this review. But the people in the radio are talking about the mutants. Why are we talking about mutants? They're gone now, like what the hell? And also they talked about the X-Men's last stand somewhere. Somewhere they did a last battle somewhere. And Charles Xavier blames himself and other stuff for it. Maybe he's responsible. That's, I think, I think it is, because both of them are only they two alive from the X-Men, so that would guess it, I think. Anyway, we continue, and the little girl is in the kitchen eating some cornflakes, watching the camera, the freaking camera of the security, and like waits and waits, and then in the last second, the guy's like, no, we're gonna take you, little mutant. We're gonna take you, and she like ripping them apart as shit inside there, and everyone is like, every other soldier guy is like, what the fuck? Some of those soldiers are like, nope, I'm not going in there. No. Even if you pay me with robotic arms and a lot of cash, I'm not risking my ass. I'm not risking my ass off. That's what I should have actually think that they would do. Some of them are not smart. So stupid, idiot soldiers. So stupid. So stupid. As I say to them, like, why did you do this? Like, it was funny. I understand they're the bad guys, but holy shit. Henchmen these days. Stupid. Not exactly, they're pretty smart and tactical, have robot arms, even the bad guy has a robot arm. Nice robot arm, that's distinct. He has white parts on the robot arm's fingers. Pretty nice. Anyway, she beats the crap out of half of those two guys, or half of 3, 5, 6 of those guys that came in with SWAT armor. And she chopped off the guy's head. I wanted to capture her with the chain. And, no, not the chain, with the handcuffs. Yeah, with the handcuffs. The special designed handcuffs like look like half like this, a metal piece, and shuck. Like that. And she's like, shoop, off with his head and down on the floor. Down on the street. Or down on the dirt on the earth. They're like, what the fuck? Capture her! And they're like, kill her, kill her! And I understand what he said because he said it in Spanish. He said, kill her, kill her! And I'm like, what the hell, dude? And the other guy's like, nope, we have orders to not kill her, goddammit. And they're trying to kill her, of course. And then the fighting ensues, and Logan drives like a madman with the car. And also Charles Xavier runs away, they run away from their place. And they save X-23, she gets into the car. She gets impaled. She's a child by 5 or 10 years old. 6, 10 years old. A couple of years. 6, 10, 12, 11 maybe. Yeah, at least 10 or something. I don't really know exactly right now. But she's very young. And she gets impaled by a harpoon gun. On the freaking shoulder. No, here. She gets impaled somewhere over here. On the chest. Here. What the hell? She survives that, they cut it off, they get out of there, she's screaming like mad. Logan is stabbing them like, no! He's like, no, you shouldn't do that, Logan. Like, he's like, fuck you. And they're killing everyone. And the chick is stabbing like mad at those guys. Fighting herself, stabbing them in the throat, slashing them out the throat, stabbing in the face, slashing off their heads, slashing off their arms, slashing off their legs. Basically, it's she also stabs one of the guys in the throat, right there, like that, right there, dead. They stab one of the guys, like the other guy, like, what the fuck? Oh shit, no! And oh, P.S. I forgot this. Logan discovered that she has a nail on, that she has claws on the feet, which I already know because I've heard about 20x3's history about what she is, and she is a clone of Logan, so she has the claws. She has 2 claws up here, and she has 2 claws down the feet. And she basically impaled the guy, and the other guy is like, ting! Impaled him in his private parts, ouch! And they're killing them like mad, and they're escaping, and they are getting shot, and they are running away with a limo, and we escape, and Logan and them are taking a quiet moment like, yeah, we have the girl, okay, we continue, and it's like, oh my god, Charles, you need to take your goddamn medication. And he's taking his medication sometimes, and he's sometimes like, nope. And he's like, Charles, take your goddamn medicine. That's my reaction if it would be that, because what happens later you will know, but I'm gonna tell you right now. They're investigating, you know, they're going around the country getting some clothes for her, and she hasn't mattered at all. She hasn't mattered at all in the beginning. Though Now we should go to an exposition. Exposition number 1. The Mexican chick that is Stina, or we call her Lisa, though. Stina, Lisa, whatever. The nurse. Yeah, she's the nurse. I forgot to mention that. She was a nurse at the corporation that the Skull guy is working for. Before. Many years ago. Or many months ago. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this review and have a fun time. But the point is, she tells about the stories and the secrets about the organization, and that's pretty fucking creepy. It went just like this. First, interesting. Fucking weird moment flying up in the sky. In a way. And she's like, yeah, they're doing experiments on the kids, and in this facility they are doing experiments to make a better clone of Wolverine or something. Yeah, something better. And they have the soldier project to make the children better. Some of the children are like, basically, yeah, I'm going suicide myself. And not exactly. He's like, one of the children that died, he had a shockwave attack, like, whoosh. But he died. He didn't want to work, and those soldiers that are not capable to work and follow orders, they are not soldiers and they are disposable. And she's basically telling her what happens. He showed about the children and stuff. And she is responsible. She's responsible with some other nurses that had empathy for these fucking kids. For these kids. Had empathy for these kids. And these kids were actually born by 80-year-old Mexican women. People that we don't know. When they had children, they were killed. And they were injected with DNA from other X-Men. X-Men of Iceman, other mutants with similar powers to the X-Men, or telekinesis. Oh, they even got a reference to one of the children that was in one comic, I think. Anyway, we can find a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. But the point is, those I discovered was like, yeah, some of these element things, I didn't see what it read in the bottles or in the samples. But from my guess, some of these kids could do electricity, one of them could do fire. So, when they escape, they burned a guy alive. Pretty fun. Though, to be fair, they've been tortured their whole lives. And the little, the nurse gave, some compassion to the little girl that's our main protagonist, second main protagonist. And we see the whole video clip, then it's lowering down with the battery. And we see the procedure our X-23 is going through. I'm jumping around in this review, but we're seeing the procedure of the claws. She's getting injected with it. She has the same DNA, so they're doing the operation, blah, blah, blah. She's getting fined. Not exactly fined. She's getting bad, but I guess bad guys are bad guys. But anyway, most of those kids that didn't get away, they are dead. Or basically take out their genes, make them experiment. They're basically small little animals we can experiment on. On the bad guy's part, not on my part. That was pretty awful though. To be fair, it was an interesting action movie. This one. And actually I was almost crying at the end of this movie. Almost. And I was almost like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they doing this to these kids? I was like, what the fuck? And then I got an interesting example. Today I got to work as well. Sorry, I'm just gonna put in my work at my school, or doing at my mail. And basically this movie is basically my mom just get an idea of, why in these American movies, why are the Mexicans the doormat? Basically, this is my idea. Not hers. My idea. That why are basically the Mexican the doormats for Americans on bad projects in evil bad guys movies. Or in the case of this movie, Logan and the bad guys projects. Why are the Mexican them that need to clean up the mess of the Americans? Huh? Why? The bad guys? Anyway. Most of the children get escaped, and we see the final clip of that. The final clip was the operation. We saw that. Oh, I forgot that. this is basically half of an exposition dump now. Yeah, basically half of an exposition dump. But anyway, they get some battery ornaments again, and our protagonist Laura, or the little chick in this case, steals and almost tries to kill a innocent serving man that serves in a shop that you can buy ships and other stuff from. A little gas station. She's trying to kill him and like, sorry, and then Logan takes 5 cigarettes of some of the big cigarettes, not small ones, those big ones.
Cigar.
Yeah, cigar. He takes one of the big cigars, though he likes it. He has always done it. He has lives in the 1800s, so he wants what he wants. And he wants those cigarettes, that's for sure. And he wants to eat some stuff. And he got a free... Actually, this is fucking... Sorry for my word. Sorry for my language, but this is so weird. Like, she stole chips, she stole glasses. They didn't pay anything. They needed to escape, so I understand that part. He's like, yeah, I'm taking this battery ladder thing. Battery charger thing. Connector. And they... we'll come back to them. They see the final part of the video. P.S. They found the video... I'm just saying P.S. in this movie. Whatever. It's fun video. It's a... it's fun. It's a fun movie. This computer has been... moving a bit, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, they find the last part, and the last part explains that most of the children after that experiment failed, or after that basically the soldier experiment got cancelled because of the other experiment. That is the evil evil 24 experiment got on project because they wanted to and this project of soldiers led to this project. And they saw some arms and legs. And those arms and legs looks very similar to Logan's arms and legs. Anyway, we're not gonna go that far. Most of these kids basically get executed. Not exactly that, but staying with a needle, and they say, oh, they're gonna just fucking sleep. Yeah, they're gonna sleep forever, dude. They're gonna sleep forever. So the nurse, as I explained before in the other part of this review, or in the same part of the review before, she saves all the kids. She says, run, children, run! Run away from this place. Actually, she saves, and some nurses save them, and some children survive, some children die. And we saw one of the child strapped into a chair, getting injected and killed. Sadly. Anyway, some of these children survive, and our female... No, sadly, some of them sadly didn't survive. Some of them did, hopefully, very good survive, actually. Because she made them survive by escaping them all, You get the point. Yeah. And X-23 has a picture of her best friends. A little girl, 2 boys. Best friends from that awful hospital place. And the interesting thing is, I don't understand. Okay, one major flaw is like, oh, you're giving me this freaking the guy with the skull thing I talked about. He's giving the credit card or the calling card for them. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we need help to find this little girl or something later on. But then Logan is like, nope, fuck it, you're not gonna get her. He's like, I want my 200 grand of money. No, 300 grand was it. First he got 200 grand and then he gets 300 later. And he finds the phone at... Like, I don't understand this. 2 major weird plot points. Actually, this movie is 10 out of 10. But 2 major nitpicks. Like, the hospital woman, Lisa. Yeah, we called her Lisa, I changed name. She had her phone hidden in the same place as the money, and when they killed her, it been shared. No soldier of that organization, of the RAF, we call them RAF organization, none of them decided to check the dressing drawer, the lamp drawer where you put the lamp and stuff. No one decided to check behind. They're definitely morons. Definitely. No questions asked about it. Of course, they would die easily, so that makes sense. They have robot arms that they pay to inject themselves and cut off their own arm to do. Why cannot they do better? Though to be fair, this is an action movie starring Wolverine and what was it? Hugh Jackman? Yeah, it was Hugh Jackman. Very good performance, Hugh Jackman. I applaud you for that one. Very good performance. I hope you like this review, guys, and enjoy. I'm jumping around everywhere in this review. It's because I'm remembering most of the good stuff here. Later on in the movie, we get into the hotel in we get into an hotel in a big city in Las Vegas or something in the United States. A big hotel anyway. And there our protagonists, Logan, the little girl, reminds of the photo. That's a bit later in the movie, but I decided to tell it here so I don't forget it. I hope you enjoyed this review anyway. Damn it, I'm damaging my own glasses. Anyway. Logan is down there, like, you know, they get into the casino. It's a casino hotel place. They get into the casino hotel place, they decided to rest a bit, but Logan is like, nope, we shouldn't rest, we should continue moving and not stay and stopping. Though Charles Xavier is the one that leads every fucking group on X-Men, so he has the command. And he's like, do you want me to have that brain-shocking Caesar that can kill anyone? Do you? And Logan is like, take your goddamn pills. And technically he is that. He even says to, X-23, he says to her, you know, the old man needs pills 2 o'clock. Specifically 2 o'clock right now. You know, he gives her instructions to give the pills to Charles Xavier, because if he doesn't, he will make a shocking area. Basically, as I told before, his brain is like an atomic bomb that's unstable. He has memory loss. He forgets things. What is that called again? Amnesia. Alzheimer's. I'm getting Alzheimer's. Both of them. And how dangerous is that? Charles Xavier can connect with any human or any mutant or human with Cerebro before when he was younger. And now he is basically a 100 shocking machine. So anyway, they get into the hotel, they enjoy themselves. She's watching the comic, she's looking at comic books and Logan is like, are you looking at the X-Men comics? We have an X-Men fan here, huh? We have a really X-Men fan here, huh? And that's a nice thing. That's actually a breaking fourth wall. Not exactly though, but it's like, you know that most of these people make up these stories, do you? They just make them up. We see the writers' names here. And I'm like, you're breaking the fourth wall, are you? Though it's an interesting one. And this movie is rated R too. Anyway, they're reading about the comics. Logan talks about the serious stuff, that the real world is the real world, and in the real world people die, and he has said that some of the X-Men have died, and in the comics that's another thing. You know, he's talking to the little girl, so she has responsibility about, in the real world it doesn't work like this. Though, this is ironic because this movie is actually set in a comic fictional book, or actually set in the comic universe. Anyway, she looks she looks at the book, she looks at the movie theater. No, she looks at the movie that they're seeing in the TV, and that's a movie that's 100 years old by this time period of the movie. And it's a very famous movie that my mom watched as well. And she gets some, very wisdom words of the movie about the guns of the valley and stuff. You will know that soon later in my second part of this review. But anyway, then he also says to, Charles Xavier, you need to go to basically in one of the scenes, in one of the scenes he needs to go to the toilets. He's like, I can do it myself, I will do it myself. He's like, no, I will stay behind you and guard you. He's like, Logan, I know you were fucking annoying before, but I have teach you like a father and a student. Charles Xavier had taken him in, even if he couldn't be taken in before. Basically Charles Xavier and him are like father and son. he respects him a lot. He respects him a lot. And he's like, you know, I can do this myself. And he's like, yeah, I'm staying behind the door. I'm not want anything to happen to you. And that happened before he went into the bed and saw the movie before with X-23. And then, you know, Charles Xavier talks about, you know, talks about the movie, talks about when he was young, he watched it in the movie theater, which means, how young were you when you watched this movie? Like, I want to know your backstory. I know the story a bit about Xavier much, with Days of Future Past and other movies, but the point is, we want to see him when he was a younger boy. That could have been interesting. Maybe next plot of the movie. I've heard that they will do a next X-Men movie. Please, Hugh Jackman, don't give it up. Continue. Make some great movies. You know, take a while rest and pause with the movies now, and maybe take a rest now and rest out. You have survived cancer, so I think you can actually do one more movie, but I will not persist. I will let you have your rest, and maybe if you decide to want to do a movie again, because this movie is gonna bring a lot of money, that's counting me too, because I watched the movie and I give it 10 out of 10, so even if I had minor nitpicks. Anyway, we're gonna end the review, and we see you next time in part 2 of Logan.